Hi, welcome to the Quantity Surveying Studio. In this session, we will look at the most common mistakes that occur in an MEP BOQ and how you can avoid them. So let's start this video. So let's look into the first mistake, which is the incomplete scope coverage. So sometimes during your BOQ preparation, some systems might be not provided, like the BMS, ELV, or some special system. So this would be really required for that project, but sometimes the design would not have been made or the design would have not been started. As a QS, we need to confirm whether this system is actually required or not. Because if we completely avoid that system, then we are avoiding the pricing of that system, and during the post contract stage there will be a lot of variations and claims going to be happening. So this will be leading to a variation claims later during the post contract stage. So solution is to cross check with the design drawing and specification to ensure that all the systems are included. Just for safety, just some common systems you can send to the designer as an RFI while preparing the BOQ. During that stage, you can confirm with them asking if this system is required or not, and sometimes they would confirm that the system is not required, sometimes they would confirm that this is required, and maybe design would be done at a later stage. Next mistake is the improper classification of items, that is mixing the supply items with the installation work can cause confusion. Sometimes some items would be just for supply, some items will be just installation. Supply will be done by the client or a specialist. Sometimes only supply we need to do as a contractor, and installation will be done by some other subcontractor. So that also we need to confirm. Incorrect work sections will be allocated, which can lead to pricing disputes at a later stage. We can, so for that we need to follow a proper measurement rules like NRM2, POMI, ARM, where you have sections wherein if it is supplied by client, it can be mentioned in a different section. If it is just insulation, you can mention it separately. Maybe in the brackets you can mention it separately, or as a separate heading you can mention. So it is clear in the BOQ that we need to price only for the supply or just the installation. Next is not including ancillaries and supports. So excluding some brackets, essential items like brackets, hangers, fasteners, and controls. This can also lead to some dispute during the post-contract stage, and contractor can claim them separately. The solution will be to ensure that ancillaries are included in the BOQ description, or as a separate system price, we can add a line item for these ancillaries and support, so that the subcontractor can price it accordingly. Or else, as per NRM, all the supports and everything is included with the system. So in the description you can mention that it is supply and installation of such and such item, including all the required ancillaries and supports. So it is clearly mentioned, so that there will not be a dispute and the pricing is done including these ancillaries and supports. Next is wrong quantification, which is just a general mistake. There can be a error during your measurements, cable length, duct areas, pipe runs. Just the manual calculations can, as a human being, we are prone to mistakes. And some solution is to use digital to takeoff tools like CostX, Bluebeam, Revit, PlanSwift, and double check the quantities ourselves, and also let someone a peer review is also important, so that sometimes we would have missed out some items, even the countable items. Sometimes there are chances of us missing out, so that using these digital tools, it is easy for another person to go through and check if we have missed out any item. Sometimes we would have completely missed out a drawing. So these things, the proper review is required, and uh, some mistakes which we cannot find out, our colleagues or the person who is reviewing our BOQ can find out. So that is one of the solutions that we can do to avoid these wrong quantification. Next is vague descriptions. Again, sometimes generic BOQ descriptions without specifications are provided, and ambiguities allows the contractor to exploit some loopholes during the post-contract stage. The solution can be to provide detailed description and also refer to drawings and specs. So it is always, if you've seen my previous videos, I've always mentioned that when you make a description at the end, mention that all according to the drawing number. If possible, if there are not much drawings, you can mention drawing number, or sometimes some system will be having a drawing one type of, you know, M, like M will be for mechanical, S will be for something else like that. Or else we can mention, if it is less drawings, you can mention as per drawing number such and such, and specification. You can also mention the specification document name, so that it is clear that we have gone, you should be referring to these drawings and specification to do your pricing. So if you don't mention that, the contractor can tell that, okay, you have not mentioned that it is as per this drawing and specification, so we didn't go through it. So we need more pricing, or we need more quantity, or more price for this item, more rate will be there for this item. So such things can be avoided. So the conclusion is, avoiding these mistakes will reduce disputes, variations, and cost overruns. And a well prepared BOQ always ensures fair competition and smoother project delivery. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Quantity Surveying Studio. This is not just for an MEP BOQ, for any BOQ, civil, architectural, structural, any kind of BOQ. These are some general mistakes that could happen while preparing a BOQ. So, if you have found it to be useful, do like it and do subscribe to Quantity Surveying Studio. Thank you.